Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 2 of the profitable and powerfully positioned 4-day masterclass. I am on all platforms, I think. Today, we are on Facebook. We are in the Zoom room. I'm so excited. We are on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Hello, Instagram. So I'll be looking in kind of all different places and just stay focused with me and listen. And today, we're going to be talking all about supercharging your self-concept and your energetics. This is probably one of my favorite topics because it is so we're going to get into why it's so important in a second. So also, if you have not watched day 1, make sure you do. The replay is up, and we talked about how to really position yourself in a powerful way, whether you're online, whether you're offline, whether you're all the things. And I dropped a lot of nuggets. There is a workbook associated with day 1, but day 2, we're talking all about self-concept. What is self-concept? Some of you don't know what self-concept is, and that's okay. I didn't know a few years ago, and it's so important. It's how you see yourself. It's how you see yourself on a conscious level, on a subconscious level, and all of the things. So I want to say hi to the people in the Zoom room and on all of the platforms. Give me a hello and where you are tuning in from. Some of you are international, which is so exciting. Some of you are in the US. So I want to know where you are tuning in from. So hi, Amanda. I see Amanda. I see Sarah. I see, yes. Darian, amazing. Yes, okay. So Chicago, Florida, New York, Brazil. We had Brazil yesterday, which I'm so excited for. We had Brazil yesterday. We had the UK yesterday, Australia today. Yes, I love it, love it, love it. So we have an international and global presence, which is really exciting to me. So we are going to talk all about self-concept, how to strengthen your self-concept, and also your energetics, and why this is important. So I hope you have your pens and papers ready, or your computer taking notes, or if you're just in the car listening, you can do that too. So why I wanted to really talk about this, and for those of you who do not know me, I'm Kelly Lynn Adams. I'm a business growth strategist. I am a master coach. I am a mentor. I'm a podcaster. I've been in the media, on TV, in print. I am a writer as well. So a lot of my writing has been in Entrepreneur Magazine, Good Men's Project. There's Forbes. There's been so many places where I have been, and I was thinking about, what is the through line to all of this, right? What made me decide, and I've gotten mentored and coached by the best in the business. I mean, my coaches and mentors are absolutely incredible. And I was thinking about, what is the through line of this all? Like, what made me decide to get in the media, to hire the best coaches in the business, to start a podcast that is listened to in over 20 countries, to really have the most dynamic clients ever. I have the best clients in the world. And I've always kind of thought about, like, what was the through line of all of this. And at times I didn't have a concept. At times I was actually very shy growing up, and I had a speech impediment. Like, things just weren't going okay for me. And it really took a lot for me to come out of my shell and to really say, okay, who am I? Where did the confidence go? Right. And from past programming and events and all the things, it really dampened my self-concept and my self-confidence. So today I want to give you a few things that I've learned over the years that have helped me with this through line of starting before you're ready, really deciding what you're going to go for, because this is the key in anything. It's, ready isn't a feeling, it's a decision. And when we make that decision, the world opens up for us. So I want to really give you some tools and techniques today that will help you strengthen your self-concept, help you really see yourself in a different way, strengthen your self-trust muscle, because at the end of the day, energy is power. Energy is everything. And when we are talking about energy, energy is everything. It can move mountains, and the the way you feel about yourself says so much, right? So this is actually key in really cultivating what you desire and calling your desires in. So I'm going to be sharing a couple of tools and techniques from my mentors that I have been taught that I've also been implementing. So it's one thing. So I want to also let you know it's one thing to listen to this, to take notes. It's another thing to really take action and implement on this. Okay. So this is great. You're going to get all the information today, and the rubber hits the road when you actually implement it. So we're talking all about self-concept and the energetics behind it, behind what you do, behind what you want to create, because this is so important. Think about your brain and your self-concept and your energetics as the operating system. Like in a computer, it's the operating system. So if there's any kind of, things that are loose in the operating system, we want to clean that up. We want to be aware of it so we know what to do. So this is so important because our circumstances do not have to dictate the internal state that we have, right? So a lot of people, right? Everyone's talking about so a lot of people are taking that external circumstance and creating like it's affecting their inner world, whether they're coming from a scarcity mindset or maybe it's motivating them. Great. And we want to have the self-concept of seeing ourselves and seeing the energy that we bring and we create, because we are creative beings, into any environment that we're in, regardless of the circumstances. So this is, if you anything, this is the key, okay? We want to make sure that we are cleaning up the wobble. This is what creates lack of clarity and confidence. Maybe you're feeling indecision, like you don't know really like what decision to make, or maybe you procrastinate on making decisions. That was me. That still is me. I'm still cleaning up. Like, how quickly can I make a decision? Okay. So if there's something getting in the way of you taking action, if there's something in the way of things, I'm not where I want to be, and you don't know really what it is that's causing this, right? That I don't know where I want to be. Maybe I'm stuck. Maybe I'm a little stagnant. Maybe I'm not feeling little pockets, I like to say, where we get to clean this up, because this is a game changer. When you see yourself in a light, in a different light, it switches. So that's why it's important, because when you're leveling up, especially when you're leveling up, you're going to hit these barriers or these blocks. So this work, the self-concept work, all of this, you'll be learning it and navigating this throughout your journey in life. Because when we want more, right, we get to program. It is absolutely critical. And it's one thing to have the belief, it's another thing to have the embodiment of it, right? So, like I said, you can take all, it's how you are being with it. How are you showing up every day in the embodiment of your future self that you see yourself in, right? Some of us are not embodying it at all some days. Me, myself, and I included. Some days I'm just not feeling it. And ready is a decision. It's not a feeling. So, moment. So, and you can have all the strategy in the world. This is the thing too, is I've done strategy for some of the biggest brands in the world. And strategy is just strategy. And if you are not in alignment with that strategy or in embodiment of that strategy, it's not going to work. Like it'll work to a certain degree, and it's not going to work to the actual the capacity that the belief and the embodiment of the thing, of the self-concept work, of the energetics. And self-concept is just really how you see yourself. How you see yourself, how you carry yourself, how you walk into a room, how you leave a room, enter a room, how you are in conversation with yourself and with other people. So it's absolutely critical. And we have these, are not our highest self. And sometimes those voices can take over. And that's okay because it's only programming. And we get to rewire, we get to unlearn, we get to reprogram all of that. So this is the work that I do. This is for your own glass ceilings because there are certain things that are getting in the way that are really capping you at a certain level. So we want to uncap and we want all of you. We capacity and take up space and really live in the being of your desires. So that's why it's so important. So if you are feeling any kind of wobble or maybe just like unsureness, stuck, stagnant, maybe a little bit of, not showing up for yourself, not showing up for others, not showing up either on or offline, this is the work, right? This is a piece of the work that is so powerful. And this has been the through line for me of, okay, and even I had to embody it when I was in corporate America, when I was in roles that I wasn't quite ready for yet, right? I wasn't really like, I was sitting at tables. I was like, should I be here right now? Like, and I really had to embody and see myself before I was even there. And even while I was there. Okay, so I'm going to go over some tips and tools that are going to help you. There's nothing wrong with you either, right? If you're like, oh my gosh, I've wasted so much time. No, you have not, right? You are just getting started and you have not wasted any time because everything that got you up to this point served you, right? And now you're up to this point, and the things that are going to get you to that point are going to be so much different. We're going to have to let go of some things, rearrange some things, and maybe really step into some things that we have been stepping into. What is going to get you there is something totally different. And we get to really align with that, embody that, and a wobble, right? We want to make sure that it is all encompassing and we get to chip away at the layers that are maybe holding you back. Okay. So the first thing I want to give you, and I learned this from two mentors of mine, one online, Brooke Castillo and Juliana Garcia. And it is called the circumstances. Whatever can be going around you, you know, even within you, the circumstances are just circumstances. We have the choice to think about like what thoughts we think of, what feelings, right? Because our thoughts lead to our feelings, and then our feelings lead to our actions, and then our actions lead to our habits. So, what are you thinking? This is, and what are you thinking? Thoughts are so powerful. And there was a study of a doctor, Dr. Emoto, you can Google him, and it's so critical. Dr. Emoto did a study of water, of people saying different things to water, right? Really beautiful things, like I am love, grateful, all the things, right? In one bucket of water. And he did it, I think, with fruit and water. Then he tested saying negative things to another cup of water, and just like heavy metal music and just not like the energy and the vibe, and things that were said and music, and then negative. And what he did is he froze that water and he looked at the crystals under a microscope of how did the crystals form. And in the positive water, the crystals formed in these beautiful images, like stars, and just beautiful. It just froze really beautifully. In the negative water, he just saw like discombobulation, just not as beautiful, the crystals that had formed in the frozen water. So look it up. Words we speak to ourselves, to other people, the things that we think. So we're thinking over 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. How many of them are really chipping away at your self-confidence and your self-concept and your self-trust? Huge, right? So, and not like we have to monitor in every moment our thoughts, but what are the default thoughts that you're thinking? Right. So, really getting and writing this down, like maybe you're stuck in a negative loop pattern of the thoughts, writing them down. And then what feelings is that causing you? And then from those feelings, like what actions do you take? Sometimes I know for me, I retreat, I hide, I don't show up, right? Because I'm just not in alignment. And because of the thoughts, I'm allowing the power of my thoughts in a negative sense to take over and hijack, right, my actions and my feelings. So we get to decide in every moment what we are going to think, how we're going to feel, and how we're going to process that. And sometimes this is the work, right? It's a subconscious level. Sometimes there's trauma stored in our body. We're like, why are we stuck at this level, right? And we can do healing work around this and in this, and embodiment, and really like the rewiring of the brain and the neuroscience, and we can get into all of that. And it also starts with your thoughts. So there's different things you can move. Like movement is huge. Right? Movement and getting out of your, not just like get a client say, oh, I'm just going to jog it out. And yes, and right, you can jog it out, but I want you to be real intentional. Like if you are angry, right, you want to get that anger out. You want to release it in an intentional way, not just like, oh, I'm just going to go work and blow off some steam. That can help, but when you're really intentional, like going to a, that's where the magic occurs, right? And there's a whole process around that that I get into with my clients, if that is like the piece that's holding them back, the embodiment piece of it. Okay. So this is so, so important. So remember, right, that your external circumstances and even the circumstances that are going on like around you or in you, what are the thoughts that you are thinking about? Then what those thoughts are leading to feelings. And then those feelings are leading to action or inaction. And then those actions or inactions become a habit if we do it repetitively. It's just a powerful tool that you can use to really bring awareness of where it is that you are getting stuck, or where you're feeling a wobble, or where, it's like, why am I not taking action? And really get curious around that. Okay. So that's one tip, because our brains and our bodies, again, are like the operating system of a computer. We get to program that. Our brains and our bodies are the operating systems in whatever we do. So whatever is running in our brains and our bodies, our operating system is going to dictate the actions and the feelings and habits that occur. We get to change that. We have the power in any moment to see ourselves in light, to take different action, to make different decisions, and to create different habits. And you can start off small. It doesn't have to be this life-changing thing. You can start off small. So just remember, if there's some kind of external circumstance going on, you get to go inward and look at the thoughts, your feelings, the actions, the beliefs that you're having, and question it. Like, is this true? Is this serving me? And then looking at a different way, how can this serve me? How can I see it in a different light? So this is absolutely comes to wanting to grow your business, wanting to pump, maybe wanting to get to that next level, whatever that is for you, whether it is scaling your business or you have a new project coming out that you want to really create and get into the world. It is all us, right? Against us. And the self trust and the embodiment and the belief is huge. Whatever we're feeling in our body, we get to honor that because our body is something. So we can have and we can come from the logical mind and we need to get into the body, right? To see what is going on and to release and to listen to it. So this self-trust piece comes in. Self-trust is so important. And sometimes over the years, our self-trust can get chipped away easily, right? So I want to go through some of these tips. And one of my mentors also, Preston Smiles, he says the universe is always saying yes. It's a big yes button. So whatever you're thinking, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're doing, it is saying yes. Okay. You don't have any clients? Yes, it's going to affirm that, right? So when you think about everything is always working out for your highest good, and the universe wants you to win. It's a big yes button. So how are you going to proceed? It's huge, right? And I love another mantra that he shared. Actually, I've learned this from him throughout the years, and he actually did a video on it recently. And it is the mantra of I deserve, I allow, I receive. Right? I deserve, I allow, I receive. So, where in your life may you not be feeling like you're not allowing things in, or maybe you're not receiving and asking for help? So, I deserve, I allow, I receive. And I want you to look at those components in your life of where can you really allow? Where can you receive more? Where can you say, yes, I'm deserving of everything, of everything? And this is the place where we get to come to, right? It is a mindset conversation. It is a heart set conversation. It is an embodiment conversation. And you can do all the mindset work. And you also need to get into your body. You also get to really shift some things around the beliefs, right, that we are having. Because everything is out there. It's already done. It's already done. There's an opportunity, and if you're going through like a hard time right now, this is what I will say. What has carried me through the quote unquote hard times, or when, going through either a breakup or financial, hardship or whatever it is, or maybe in your body, right? You feel pain in your body, whatever it is, or maybe you're stuck and stagnant, not getting clients, or your business is not growing fast enough. It is already done. Abundance is everywhere. And so we get to choose. And this reminds me of when my grandfather used to hide Easter eggs, right? And we used to just search for the Easter eggs. You are searching for the next best feeling, the next best thing, because all of this is an opportunity. Where is the opportunity? What is this teaching me? What is this trying to tell me? So when we look at that, and because the law of manifestation is always working. It's always, your desires are always being fulfilled. Whatever you speak, whatever you write, whatever you think, it's saying yes. Yes, 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 and yes. So we want to come seeing ourselves in a future state, your future self-concept. And what is getting in the way? And the energetics behind that. So important. energetics behind is so important. So how is this serving me? What is the opportunity in this moment? And not allowing external circumstances to get into your field, into your mind, into your thoughts, into your embodiment. Because if it does, that's where the wobble is. That's where the leak is. And you get to clean that up. So whatever is pulling at your mind or pulling at your heart or pulling at your body and energetics, you get to clean that up. You get to decide, you get to take back your power and saying, nope, I'm not available for that. I'm not available for that, because you get to dictate your own world. And so when you start seeing things as and questioning and getting curious, where's the opportunity in this? What is this trying to teach me? And how do I get to take my power back? Right? So, and the world is always saying yes to whatever you declare and decree. What are you doing in decreeing? That it's hard, right? If you're declaring and decreeing that life is hard, then life is going to be hard, right? And this is right. This is the work. So it's how you see yourself. It's how you see yourself, and it's like, okay, what am I allowing and what am I not allowing? And maybe it's starting to clean up some of the people, the environments that you put yourself in. What are you consuming on a daily basis, right? What you watch, what you listen to, who you're around, your environments. That is all either impeding or amplifying your future self. Okay, so let's get back into the tips. So tip number one, I'm gonna go through these really quickly. Number one, write specifically your intentions and goals out on a piece of paper every single day. It does something to the subconscious mind. Number two, again, ask this question, a reframing question. What is the opportunity in this? What is this trying to teach me? What's the possibility in this? Number three, speak it out loud. So whatever you've written down or whatever you desire, your future self, embody it, feel it, but you want to speak it out loud, because there's something in the brain and the body that gets to really be like honed in. When you speak it out loud, it does something, right? It's neurologically and scientifically proven. And I want you to speak for at least 2 minutes. At least 2 minutes. Number four, I want you to move your body to an upbeat song. Like I have a playlist and I dance and I move my body at least once a day. At least once a day. So that is and the feeling of joy and love and all of that, right? So that's the embodiment piece. So I want you to take these 4 pieces of homework. Take one. Your homework is just take one and to implement it. And day 3 tomorrow, we are going to get into day 3. I'm so excited. We're going to be talking about audience growth, psychology, behavior of buying, why people buy. I've seen a lot of this in the luxury and retail space. I'm going to go through the tips of what I learned, even in my business as well. So we're going to go to that tomorrow, the psychology of why people buy. And then day 4 is going to be all about audience growth, whether you're online or offline. And so I really watch this again. I really invite you to watch this again and take one of these 4 tips as your homework and implement just one of them. Okay. So number 1, write specifically your intention and your goals out every day. 2, what is the opportunity? What's the possibility in this? Seeing it a reframing question for yourself. 3, speak out your desires or whatever you have written out, right? From the goals or intentions. I want you to speak it out for at least 2 minutes. And number 4, move your body to music and get into a joy and love and embodied state. Like you already have the thing that you desire. So that is it, my loves. I wanted to keep it 30 minutes today, conscious of time. And I want you to drop away your biggest takeaways. Zoom room now, because we're doing coaching for my VIPs that are in the Zoom room. So Zoom room, stay tuned. And for everyone in the social media land, I want you to just drop in the comments what your biggest takeaway. And I would love for you to share this with someone that needs to hear this. And the replay will be going out. If you're not on my newsletter list at kellylynadams.com, make sure you're on it. And we'll be sending the workbook out as well. So I'm sending you so much love. Make sure you stay tuned for day 3 and day 4. The replays are going to be available for the next 48 hours, really through the weekend. And then we're taking them all down. So make sure you get it all in, and make sure you take the notes, and we will see you soon. Bye.